I had made a video earlier about introversion and it was received very well. You guys seem to have liked it very well. So I thought, why not share another update about introversion with respect to PhD. So if you are an introvert and you are thinking of taking admission for PhD, or you are already admitted to the course, then today's video might be useful to you. Because of this channel, I get to speak to a lot of students who want to take admission to PhD, who are already in their PhD and who have completed the course as well. So I have an idea of what is going on in this whole sphere. And one thing that students often bother about, they get really scared, especially if they are introverts. How will they manage public speaking when they take admission for PhD? There are fears associated to this because, as we all know, PhD is not like your regular degree. It's more of a course in collaboration and communication rather than your actual subject. Okay. Let's face it, we don't like public speaking, and let's accept the fact that we have our other strengths. But that does not mean this can be a limiting factor. I'll share my experience about the course. Whenever I sit quietly in a corner or somewhere, everybody keeps asking me whether, are you okay? When people keep speaking nonsense and keep chattering, nobody asks them why they are speaking nonsense. So this is one thing I've realized and I've found it very funny. This I've shared in my previous video also on introversion. There is a tendency to stay aloof, or there is a tendency to stay away from somebody else. So what I used to do is I used to go and sit on the top floor for some time, regain composure and then come back. And this is what I wish to tell you. Take time out. You need not be in a reactive mode in the presence of others all the time. Feel free to take your break. If everyone is around you, then go to the washroom and spend some time over there and come back. Okay. We always keep comparing our strengths to other strengths, but our strengths may be something different. Instead of constantly focusing on the limitations, I think it's high time we just accept the fact that we don't like to be around people all the time. There is no need to work on this. There is no need for you to solve this problem. It is not a problem. So our nature, we tend to compare it with others, and there is no need to do that. Just giving yourself empathy, that helps a lot, and that helps a lot more than any strategy. That is what I've realized in this 4 years of PhD that I have taken admission to. What we also do is putting other communication styles on a pedestal, and I'll explain what it means. Okay. I always had this insecurity that people who speak confidently and their communication style is above mine. If you just Google, there are several communication styles. So you need not subscribe to just one. It is not that one communication style is higher. Some communication styles are assertive. There are some communication styles which are more diplomatic, which are more analytical. I always used to think that people who were all out and who used to speak loudly and who used to do gestures a lot, they had an upper hand over other communication styles. But over the course of my time on this planet, I've realized each one has a different set and subsets of qualities. Okay. So as long as the message is given, it doesn't matter in what style and in what kind of expressions you convey it. One thing you can also do is attend events and everything out of your campus. This is one option. I'm giving you several options, so choose whichever strategy that works for you. There are some colleagues and some people in the campus which in your head are related to anxiety, or in your head are related to trauma. So if such a situation is there, then you can always try and attend events and participate in things which are out of your campus. If your personality leans slightly towards social anxiety, then what you can do is, if there is any kind of event or anything, just be present. Okay. What we feel is, whenever we are going for something, event or any kind of program or anything, we equate it to oh, if somebody asks me questions, I won't be able to know. If somebody asks me this, I won't be able to know. Remove all that and just keep in your mind that you are going there, and you just be present. You don't have to prove your knowledge to anyone. You don't have to speak. You don't have to participate. You just be present over there. That is more than sufficient. Whenever I used to mess up any kind of speech or anything, I used to be so critical of myself that I used to beat myself up. There are so many things that I used to say to myself which even an enemy of me wouldn't say. This is one of the intentions that I've kept for 2023 as well. Even if there is a slight mistake, even if you go out of track, even if others say something to you, you don't leave your own side. Here, even when I try to raise any complaint or anything, I'm often told that I'm the problem. 3 years back, it would have affected me so much. In these 4 years, this is one thing that I've learned, to not leave my own side. And I encourage you to take that stand for yourself. As I've mentioned earlier, develop your own style. There is no need to stick to one particular style that you admire. You can take bits and pieces from here, but developing your own style of being, walking, speaking to others, listening to others, that helps. We often speak about being honest, being brutally honest, being authentic. If you are a research scholar, you know it very well. It is not always possible to verbally speak your mind. And of course, if you are in any kind of job, this is given, but in PhD, it has more emphasis. So what you can do is set boundaries through actions and not necessarily words. And I will give you an example. Say suppose somebody from your work keeps calling after 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. and you don't like it. Say suppose if you are accepting it, then it's fine, but you don't like somebody calling you beyond working hours. So what you can do is not take the call or not respond. That person will get the signal. And also, if something you don't agree to, you need not necessarily give it out in words. This is a course where sometimes people take things quite personally. If words are not an option, then set boundaries to action. If you are an introvert, there will be different things that you thrive on. Okay. You will require different surroundings. There are different things which work for you. For me, there is certain music which causes deep anxiety. There is certain music which really calms me down, which others may not like. So we all have a set and subset of things which we use for our own comfort and which we use for our own soothing. We are often told that you need to keep expanding your comfort zone, and you can, but there is no need to. Okay, you can always stay in your comfort zone, do your work, not necessarily be on a run to prove yourself, to prove to others what kind of person you are. There is no need. And I've always said this, introversion is one of the personality types, and it is a personality type which may get activated in some kinds of situations for some people. So just because you are an introvert does not mean you are not going to participate in anything, does not mean you are not going to speak to others. And I hope this video helps you to break that myth that we have formed around ourselves, to put ourselves in a box. Till the next time.